So I turned off my air conditioner to make this video so the sound quality would be better, which in and of itself should be a testament to how much I love Summer Browning and her new book, Backup Singers from Birds LLC, which is so fucking good that I turned my air conditioner off. I live in Austin, it's like 95 degrees. So that should be the only selling point that you need to buy this book, but I'm going to read a poem from the collection that should hopefully persuade you even further. But first, I'm going to finish this cigarette. Not finish, but I'm going to have a drag. So this poem's called Federal Holiday. Everyone strolling through the native plant's garden works for the government. Everyone ordering hamburgers with a napkin in his or her lap works for the government. Through glass, I witnessed the world's loneliest actor working for the government. This morning I promised myself a new city and saw how the trembling light works for the government. My friend, the poet, is dying of cystic fibrosis for the government, and everyone is scared to come home because the web across the door reads, "Some government." I call my mother's broken pelvis driving to the emergency room, but in the end, really working for the government. I write to my friend, my sister, who will marry her boyfriend the day after the apocalypse for the government. I sleep next to my friend, the poet, my husband, whose heart is a library, lace machine whose roots sailed the only boat through the sopping world for the government, and I wake. I visit my father, whose children are Quakers at war since birth, who point at helicopters allergic to air, who write novels at bath time for the government. And on the bench, the sun slicing through the coreopsis, the zinnias, the coxcomb. After the flowers blazed and died, I learned every name working for the government. Door with no wreath, sabotaging holy days, sunset hinged to the sky. You smelled like chrysanthemums working for the repairman who fixed the leak. How it used to snow on you when you peed, now tarred over skylights sealing out the government. The exact moment I decided to charge your phone, you applied to work for the government. We're all out of kickball, picked last at the park. We rented under the pavilion. We rented displaying our permit to the nice park ranger. We rented. Did we think for a minute he was a swinger? And how dare he when he works for the government? I forgot how sad I was watching her leap across the stage, unsure she worked for the government. The government opened the box of knives you sent me, of mold, of laryngitis, of anthrax, of all the most violent gifts I've gotten from the government, folding all over each other in the government, all the people I never slept with in the government. You said this was a movie, and I ran from all the babies who worked from the government. All I say is stuff people say when they work for the government. Do her legs go all the way up in the government? That little gnat's in the government, the roots, all the napkins in the government. Through the blinds, the government is cut into so many rectangles.